How's it going, guys? We just want to give you another market update today, and we're going to shift the topic slightly. So, typically, we're talking about what's happening with inflation, and as of recent, those numbers are continuing to go down. But another major driving force of what's happening in the market is inventory. Nick, tell me a little bit about what's happening with inventory.
Totally. So inventory came out in week over week, our inventory sales numbers, and we're actually up 0.3%, which is typical for this time of year when we're coming off of the holidays and as the year progresses on. So the big number to pay attention to is the increase in inventory available. So from January of 2023, comparative to January of 2022, we're up actually 66%, over 66%. So we're definitely seeing more homes hit the market in relative to what we were, dealing with last year, same time. But a big number to pay attention to is compared to where we are today versus where we are January of 2020, we're still down over 36%. So our available homes today is just north of 472,000. So again, in relative terms, we're still at a very low inventory environment. The only way we solve, more inventory hitting the market is new construction. So I know that's something you've been paying attention to. Tell us about those new construction numbers.
Yes, so some really great data came back for the month of December. And when you're looking at new construction, there's really three main data points that you're looking at. So you're looking at first permits, second starts, third completions. Check out this graph. So for permits, the month over month number decreased by 1.6% and decreased by 29.9% year over year. For starts, it decreased 1.4% month over month and decreased 21.8% year over year. And for completions, it decreased 8.4% month over month, but actually increased year over year. So you may be asking, why is that data important? Well, when you're looking at it, what it tells me is that developers are slowing down. They're investing in new projects because some of their existing inventory is sitting. And how that would be advantageous for someone looking to buy a home is that the builders, they need to get this inventory off their plate, because the only way that they can reallocate that capital and then invest in new projects, essentially making more capital, they're going to have to sell all of these homes. So since they're in a state of desperation where they need to sell, it opens up opportunities for things like price reductions or things like seller credits. So it's a great time for buyers to look into new construction right now.
Such a good point. And not a lot of people realize that a lot of these builders are also leveraged financially, right, by some of their current projects. They're building based a lot on debt. So the longer those finished homes sit unsold, the more they lose profit, right, in that project. So I think if you look at a few things, right, the incentive of these builders to sell, the still lack of overall inventory, and our consistent forecast for interest rates, which is a lower trend here in the very near future. This all circles back to now might be the best opportunity that a home buyer is going to have in this market. As interest rates decrease, what do we expect?
We expect more buyer demand. And when there's more buyer demand, there's more competition. There's less of a likelihood for price reductions and things like credits. And this further proves our point why today may be your opportunity to get in the market and buy your first home.
Get in the game.